Black Politicians TV, man. Who we got with us today?
You already know, man. Todd McDougal, the artist, the graphic artist, the mixed martial artist. The artist.
So how you doing today, my brother?
Boy, I'm kind of tired, but it's Sunday, so we straight. We resting.
Definitely. So, on part one, we just dibbled and dabbled, and we just talked about things here and there. But today, I feel like we're gonna get the full story.
Yeah, man. It's about time.
So we're gonna start from like the genesis of things. Like, where are you from? You originally from Lumberton?
Nah, man. Really, I'm from Baltimore, Maryland, Southeast. My people moved here. Well, my people are from here. You feel me? When I was about 4 or 5 years old, my mom moved us here. But I've been raised in Robeson County, grew up here. It is what it is. So I claim Robco, the nine.
So when you made that transition from like Maryland to like being here in Robeson County, do you know like why y'all came to Robeson County or?
Really, it was just like a family type thing. You know how a kid grows up, and you want him to know his family, like where he come from. But like, I mean, yeah, it was a nice move, but nah, bro. I feel like I'd have probably been a whole nother person if I like still grew up in Maryland.
So when you came down here to see like your family down here, like did you ever get a chance to like go back and see like the people that you left from?
Nah, not really, cause like by the time I left, I was only like 4 or 5. You feel me? So like any friends that I did have, was like through daycare, and
More
I
like family. Do you ever like still like talk to family from Maryland or?
oh yeah, I don't got no family in Maryland. Like
So why was y'all in Maryland?
my aunt lived there. Like my aunt, she got like a PhD. She a college professor. By the time like I was born, my mom was the shoot. They both was in like Maryland, DC area, and like by the time I was born, everybody just said, "Hey, let's get back to the family." Most of my family live in like Philadelphia and stuff. I could claim Philadelphia a little bit, like you feel me, just because I spent a few summers there with different aunts and different uncles. Now that's really where my family at right there. Like Philly, I love them. I love Philly.
Facts. So as you like get comfortable, like, what I'm saying, being in Robeson County, like what was like your earliest memory as a child?
Boy, my earliest memory of Robinson County, or like my earliest memory of just like growing up, like
Like your earliest memory as a child, like in Robeson County.
all right. So my earliest memory in Robinson County would probably be like niggas had dropped. Like, okay, you know the little reflective shits on the bike.
Mm-hmm.
Niggas had dropped that, and like I was standing saddle tree. Niggas was like 5, 6 years old at the time. Goddamn. Tell me why we dropped that shit into the sewer, right? But it won't no water there. You know how them dry ass sewers be looking. Bro, tell me why we pulled the shit up. We was 5 or 6 years old. I didn't even think like that shit could come up. We pulled the shit up and we went down there and got that shit. That's when I said, damn, I'm in the country for real. Like I couldn't have did no shit like that in the city.
Facts. So like as you adjust, like what elementary school did you go to? Like
East Robinson, man. Shout out to them Bears.
so East Robinson and then to
Beavers. I'm sorry. Beavers.
so you went from East Robinson to junior high? I mean
Nah,
to Carroll Middle then junior high?
I went from East Robinson. I went from East Robinson to Knuckles, then to Tanglewood, then to Middle. Cause at that time, like my elementary years, I don't know what it was, but a nigga just had problems. Like for real. Like a nigga had problems. Like I just named out 3 elementary schools. You feel me? Like I just named out 3 elementary schools. Was lucky enough, like I didn't get in that much trouble in like middle school and shit, so that like calmed down. Shit, high school was a breeze.
So was you like in like before it got to like your adolescent years and you were still like, younger than 14 and stuff like that, you say
Boy,
you was like getting in trouble and, going to different schools, like do you think you was acting out?
I mean, not really. I just felt like shit wasn't really all that interesting. Like,
But sometimes you wouldn't know you were acting out. Like did you grow up in like was it single mom or did you like was the father in the household or did you have a stepfather?
man, to be honest, like my mom raised me. You feel me? It was just me and my dudes for real, and grandma and aunties and uncles. A few uncles. I had a lot of uncles, and like shoot, really, mama just hey, mom's did her thing, man. That's all I can say. Mom's did her thing. Um, really, man. That's all I can say. Mom's did her thing, bro. Like I can't sit here and like shoot. That's it right there. Mom's was the mom. Mom's was the mom and the dad. And to see that growing up, yeah, I just knew off rip.
Facts. So like as we like, you know what I'm saying, become older, we realize like mom was mom and dad, you know, shout out to all like the powerful single mothers, but like they didn't have to be mom and dad because that's actually very stressful. So we sometimes when we in the single parent homes or whatever, we act out. So like was there ever a time where you was like trying to like search for like your pops or like wanted to just go with him? Like, you know?
Yeah, definitely. I feel like that came more in like the middle school days. Cause like, shoot, my dad pretty famous around Robco. I don't know, like, you feel me? I ain't really gonna, you feel me, add to that nigga fame. But like, shoot, if you know, you know. And like, you feel me? Just growing up hearing that, like, oh, your dad was he was about to go D1 in football. And then shoot, that's what made me want to play football for real. Like,
So
but
you so on Black Politicians TV, we try to like dissect and like figure out, the inner mechanism of why stuff happen and what's going on in your mind. So I see how you were just saying like bump him, you don't want to give him no clout, but at the same time you was pursuing sports to be in his favor. So like, what was that relationship like growing up? Like you hearing from your dad, but did you hear from him?
bro, I heard from him, I saw him, everything. Like, all right, before I say anything else, let me say it like this. For you to grow up without a dad, yeah, that is. I'm not gonna sit here and discredit that because yeah, if you grow up without a dad, he just absent. But imagine if you saw your dad like every day, like you see him on the street and everything, but the only time he pull up at your crib is when your mom called him, and that's like I don't know, that kind of like that fucked with me a little bit. You know what I mean? Like
What do you mean? Like when she called him, say he need this or he need something, or
yeah, or like he was such and such and such. You know how they be like, don't let me call you dad.
yeah.
Like, you feel me? And I'm just like, dude don't even know me. Like, you feel me? Dude don't even know me, bro. Like,
And back in those times, bro, when I mean, we like, saying the generation changed and people learn to move different. But back in the day, like if the men couldn't have the woman, it was fuck the kids too. So like, do you feel like because maybe like your mom didn't want to be with your father, like you know what I'm saying, that made her that you know what I'm saying, that made her kind of keep her from you, or made him say, since I can't be with her, then fuck him too. Cause you say you seen him and everything. She still used him as a like, enforcement in your life, but he wasn't there.
yeah, and it's like, I honestly don't know, bro. Cause like, in my mind, and this is just me, if I have a child with you, okay, regardless of what we feel, like, nigga, this is my child right here. Especially if you sitting here talking about, oh, blase, blase, you hate me, blase, blase, and you hate like, bruh, I remember certain stuff like I used to do, and mama would be like, you're pissing me off just like your dad. And I'd be like, well, dang, I ain't, you feel me? Like, I'm just doing me, you feel me? How am I supposed to, you feel me? And like, I don't know, but I do feel like, shoot, if whether you like who you had a kid with or not, you should at least do right by your kid, period. Like, I don't see, like, people gotta realize, like, when two parents, like, when co-parenting doesn't work out, the parents ain't the ones that suffer the most, it's the child. So I just feel like that's something for people to think about, or I wish people would have thought about.
So so you say you start acting out in middle school, right? So that's around like, you said middle school, junior high, or how old
uh
was you when you start acting out like I want to go with him?
boy, I want to say like seventh, eighth grade, cause my mama did not play no games, bro. Like my mom did not play no games. You can ask anybody in any neighborhood that I've ever grown up in, TT's, Godwin Heights, from shoot over there across from the high school. I not Carriage Hills, but any neighborhood that I've ever Hilton Heights, they'll just tell you, yeah, Todd mama did not play no games. Like the street lights would be about to come on, and niggas is telling me like, "Hey Todd, it's time for you to go home." You feel me? Like ain't no games played.
Definitely, definitely. So like, you end up reconnecting with your dad, like in high school, right?
On a surface level, on a very surface level, like I mean bare minimum surface level.
How was that reconnection though?
It was actually pretty good. Like to have my dad tell me certain stuff. Like yeah, like he asked me like, okay, how did this game go? You feel me? And I sit here and tell him like, boom, 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 like blase, blase, like I missed the butt, like the block missed. You feel me? So I ain't really know what to do. So I ended up getting hit. Bro, sit here and tell me like, shoot, you can't expect every block to get its target. You feel me? So you gotta just maneuver, feel that motion, feel that flow. You feel me? If you the one with the ball, move around them, even if you do see them coming. And that was like it was great just to have that. I don't know what you call it, companionship, brotherhood, what you call it, but that like just to know like, dang, like my dad really dropping game right now. You feel me? Like that was pretty cool. And I wish I would have had a few more years of that.
Definitely. So why did like your dad's still alive?
Mm-hmm.
So like why did you say it like that? You wish you would have had like more years of that.
I mean, cause bro, after a certain way, after people are a certain way, they kind of don't change, bro. Like that's one of my things that I believe. If a snake, if a snake sheds its skin, what is it?
It's a snake.
Everybody that's gonna watch this video gonna say it's a snake. So why would you still trust it if it shed its skin? Like it don't, and it ain't even so much like I don't trust my dad, but it's like, bro, I already like I know your two step. You feel me? Like I know you probably a little bit more than you know me for real. And like I don't know, like my dad, like bro, my dad is such like bro. My dad, like imagine the like I don't even know how to put it, like the stern, no nonsense dad. You feel me? Like your girl pulling up in the yard, he coming out fussing because she in the driveway.
Mm-hmm.
Like you feel me?
Yeah.
Like that'd be like that's the type of dad. Like granted, it was some cool moments. My dad had some cool moments where he's a cool person, but that shit was like man, mm-mm.
What is one thing you would tell him if like you know what I'm saying if he ever watched this video?
Bro, just call me. Like I don't, you feel me? You don't gotta want nothing from me. You don't even gotta have nothing to talk about. Just be like, yeah, son, I was thinking about you today, and I just wanted to call you. Like, whatever happened? Like, what's wrong with that?